hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
and
hop,
oh God,
hop.
what's
Hip
up with you?
Yes.
Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive.
If you want to grow your business fast and put your brand, your business, or your product right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, email me right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertise@hiphopun.com. Limited time only. Slots are filling fast. Do not wait. If you guys don't know by now, man, Young Thug and his partner Gunna are being held down in Atlanta for state RICO charges. Now, Gunna is starting to feel the pressure of being locked up. He sent this urgent message out today that he needs everyone to hear. Now, before I get to the message, every man or woman who has been locked up behind bars goes through this, but I'm going to tell you the difference in a minute. Right now, he put this message out. Now, if you guys don't know, it's a campaign going around called Protect Black Art right now, where Kevin Lyles is spearheading it. You got all these artists who are pretty much, the premise is they do not want their art to be used against them in court. They want the art separated from the real life, and they don't want their art to paint them out as a person of bad character. So, to the letter that Gunna put out to his fans today, right, and everybody else, right, and it's dated June the 14th. He goes on to say 2022 has been the best years of my life despite this difficult situation. This year I had the whole world pushing P, right? Growing up from where I came from, being marginalized neighborhood, right? I never dreamt my art would change my life and the lives of the loved ones my entire life. I've seen black men, black women, and black children constantly being attacked, hated, murdered, betrayed, belittled, silenced, judged, and used and held captive. I use my art form, my gift from God, to change my circumstance. I worked, I honed my craft, I empowered black women in my industry, I lived in a recording studio, I lived on the road, I worked every day to show God how grateful I am for my gift, for my art, for my life, and to be able to provide for my loved ones. For now, I don't have my freedom, but I'm innocent. I am being falsely accused and will never stop fighting to clear my name. The picture that is being painted of me is ugly and untrue. My fans know I love to celebrate life. I love my family. I love to travel. I love music. I love my fans. I have all the faith that God will grant me justice for the purity in my heart and innocence in my actions. As a black man in America, right? It seems as if my art is only acceptable when I'm a source of entertainment for the masses. My art is not allowed to stand alone as entertainment. I'm not allowed, right, that freedom as a black man in America. It's a sad reality that slavery is still alive in America and today still affecting my people. In 12 states, more than half of the prison population is black, and one of those states is Georgia. Nothing will stop me from chasing my dreams. I won't stop being a good person, even if some unnamed and unknown accusers, right, want the world to see me as a bad person. When I was free, I was good and kind to the community, me, and when I'm released, I will do the same over again, right? We'll still pushing P-power, prayer, progress, passion, positivity, praise, precision, peace, prosperity, patience, pride, and persistence. Great letter. Great letter. Let's layer this down, right? Because stop crying, dog. And here's what I'm going to say, right? And I'm not being malicious when I say this, right? Because some people was just not built for this, right? Because I remember guys that I grew up with, like, they've been to jail and they've been to prison, and they would just eat like an 8-year sentence, like never complaining. Maybe have one person contacting them, sending them money, and they just eat it. And then it's like, eat it again. But you got some people that ain't built for it, and as soon as they get in there, right? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm that guy, like, yo, you gotta get me out of here, bro. Like, yo, what do I gotta do? Whatever it takes to get out of here. If I gotta climb through a barbed wire fence, I empty all the money out of my account. What does it take to get me out of here right now? The letter is excellent. The letter is very, very excellent, right? But I don't want to see people using this angle when they're only in trouble, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't do this before. I never heard it from Gunna. But this should be the angle that it should be all the time. Like, how can we not always talking about this, right? It's partying, it's rock star life, it's do this, it's do that, is, this, that, and the third when you're free. But now when you get locked up, it's, oh, black man in America, I'm a black. It seems like that is only used as a convenience a lot of times when people, it is for a lot of people. A lot of people use it as an angle to make money. A lot of people use it as an angle to, get sympathy. Now, we all know this is true, what he's saying. I'm not saying that his letter is devoid of truth. His letter has truth in it. Yeah, the population is like that. But why is it like that? Are you a contributing factor to that? That's what I think the rappers have to sit back and ask themselves. Either you're for it or you're against it. You can't be in the middle. Are you feeding people to the prison industrial complex, or are you preventing people from going to the prison industrial complex? You really have to ask yourself that question, right? Don't just use the black struggle because now you're in trouble. Not accusing him of that. I'm just saying in general, I don't like to see that, right? Now, obviously, we know there's a lot of layers to this, and we could be on here for an hour breaking every single layer down, and if you're saying you're innocent, these guys, right, have the resources, the money, and everything to prove just that. Now, it could be a situation where Gunna and Young Thug are two totally different situations. One or the other could be guilt by association. If that's the case, I think that their legal team will have, a time in court to prove that. Now, as far as this project Protect the Black Art thing, like we said yesterday, we broke it down. You guys go check that video out. I'll actually link it and put it in the description box so you guys go check that video out. We talked about how convenient is it now that when rappers are getting prosecuted, right? Now we want this big action. But as long as people is dying in the streets, there's an opioid epidemic. Every major city is brothers dying, dropping like flies, right? And I'm not saying that gangster rap or drill, none of that rap is the sole cause of it. No, there's a lot of different causes, but it ain't helping it. And in some instances, it's, feeding that burning furnace, because whether these rappers want to believe it or not or accept it or not, right? The music that they're putting out there is influencing the actions of a lot of youngsters, man. A lot of youngsters, when they hearing somebody say they going to go do this and they doing this to the op, and they riding around with a glizzy and a blunt in their hand, counting the money, pants sagging, whatever the case may be, and they don't have proper role models, which in a lot of inner cities, they're devoid of that because, like you said, they're in prison, right? So there's no man really there to put his foot down and show the young man which way to go. They're influenced by some of these knuckleheads out here. Now, here's what I will say. A lot of these guys are younger. They're in their early 20s. I always try to put myself in their shoes as a younger man and say, okay, what would I have been doing at that age, right? Yeah, I would have been making a lot of mistakes, right? But at some point, there's blood. There's blood on the hands of these execs. There's blood on the hands of some of these rappers for the message that they put out there and the influence that they have on the youth, period. So now when you get jammed up in a situation, right, now it's, oh, we got to, my thing is, be like that the whole time. How come you wasn't talking about, maybe you are, but how come it ain't this black empowerment stuff before, the prison thing before, and it ain't none of that before? It's when you get jammed up. That's the part that I don't like. Now, with that being said, I don't want to see nobody, especially innocent, locked up behind bars. And I've been on record saying that if it's innocent or proven guilty, they shouldn't be locked up, right? But don't tell me about the prison conditions. Don't tell me that it's one window, two windows, you can't see. That's what it is, bro. This is the reality of what it is. This is the reality. You know, a lot of people's reality is the coffin. A lot of people's reality is rehab. A lot of people's reality is homelessness. You know, whatever the case may be, this is the reality. This is the reality that people need to see. Stop glorifying it. Don't glorify the lifestyle is my only thing. I don't care if a rapper want to come and tell me, look, dog, I was walking down the street one day, I was selling the pack, I got shot, boom, boom, boom. Okay, but I'm not. That's different from me glorifying that lifestyle. Like, this is the thing to do. This is the thing to be to succeed. And I think a lot of rappers are guilty of glorifying it and making it seem like this is the way you need to be to succeed. How come gangster can't be, all right, the dude staying out of the street, going to college, or the dude that say, you know what, I'm not going to get no felonies. I'm going to stand firm. I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to take care of myself and avoid all that nonsense. And I'm going to, start my business. And a lot of people, they don't understand that, but that's hard as hell. It's hard as hell to be an entrepreneur and have to worry about, paying your taxes and, worrying about managing employees and managing your day and nothing being structured. It's hard as hell, right? So how come that can't be the new gangster? Why does it got to be, okay, you got a glizzy in the drawers, blunt hanging out the mouth, and this is what you call glizzy killing your own brother? That's never been cool. And it takes real men not to kiss the ass of the rapper when they got him on a program and tell him how much they love him, but to really confront them on these issues. Not disrespectfully, but to confront them and say, okay, do you understand the influence that you got? And do you understand what your influence is causing these youngsters to do in the street? It's your brother, Old God, man, with another one Hip Hop News Uncensored exclusive over here, man. Ain't nobody giving it up in the industry like we do on the channel. Nobody is giving it up like this. They got corporate connections, corporate ties. I don't want to mess things up. Independent 100% over here, right? From the muscle. You guys know if you've been watching, it's all been from the muscle. Hey, man, help the video get out there by smashing the like button, sharing the video, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. All I need is like 1,500 of y'all, right? To share this joint on Facebook, share it on Twitter, let them know, watch this video. They need to hear this message right here. That's all I need, man. So let's go. Hit the like button, share the video, and make sure you guys subscribe to Hip Hop News Uncensored and are locked in for more. Like I said at the top of the video, if you want to advertise right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, email me right now. Advertise at hiphopun.com. That's advertise at hiphopun.com. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.